significant here at this moment, significant that troops are being told to essentially stand by. Big caveats, as I know that you and your team are reporting out. It doesn't mean they're going, it doesn't mean they're on their way, and it doesn't mean that they're necessarily headed specifically to Israel.
Correct. All of the above is absolutely correct, Hallie. So at this point, this is a group of soldiers, U.S. soldiers, who were already on essentially a short leash for deployment, so a 96 hours, what they call it. They've been that has been shortened to a 24-hour. That means that once they get the call saying, "Hey, you have to deploy," they literally have to be on the airfield ready to go within 24 hours. And
they're already deployed. This video clip was shot 3 days ago. The U.S. troops have already been deployed over to the Middle East, and we're going to show you the reason why they have been deployed. And this is from NBC News. 2,000 U.S. troops told to prepare for potential deployment to Middle East. And we're going to show you the reason why exactly, which is biblical prophecy, is being fulfilled. Joel chapter 3 in verse 1. And this chapter is entitled Judgment Against Enemy Nations. And that's what the Heavenly Father is getting ready to do. Bring judgment on all of his enemies, which are these heathen nations. For behold, in those days, what days? These days that we're living in here today, which are the last days. And in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah, which is the head of the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes in Jerusalem, the northern kingdom, which is all 12 tribes. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations that had what? A hand of the Israelites' captivity, another word for slavery, and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is VALLEY. And we're going to get what Jehoshaphat truly means to show you exactly the reason why these U.S. troops are being deployed to the Middle East, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered. Remember, they had a hand in the Israelites' captivity, and they scattered us, put us on auction blocks, and auctioned us off to the next slave master among the nations, and parted my land. So that land that these Jewish folks are in, which is the land of Israel, which the Palestinians, the Gaza is fighting them over, don't belong to them. They have parted the Lord's land. And the Lord's people have been scattered to the four corners of this earth, which is Judah and Jerusalem, the children of Israel. But let's show you what Jehoshaphat, VALLEY truly means. And it's going to make sense on the reason why America is getting 2,000 troops ready to be deployed. Well, matter of fact, they already are deployed over there in the Middle East. So this is Jehoshaphat.
Strong's H 3092. Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat.
Which is VALLEY in the ancient Hebrew. And it means Yahweh has judged. Once again, that's what the Heavenly Father is getting ready to do. Proper locative noun. So the location, symbolical name of a valley near Jerusalem. So where is Jerusalem located? Over there in the Middle East, where 2,000 U.S. troops have been deployed, which is the place of ultimate judgment. So that's what the Heavenly Father is preparing these U.S. troops for. And that's why we tell you that you shouldn't be fighting in this Edomite army. Because all of those that's in this military, the Heavenly Father is getting ready to judge them. Because you have made an oath to fight for the goddamn devil. Maybe the deep raven which separates Jerusalem from the Mount of Olives, through which the Kidron flowed. So that's what Jehoshaphat is, or means. It means Yahweh's judgment over there in Jerusalem, the Middle East, where 2,000 U.S. troops are told to prepare for potential deployment. And they're already deployed. Once again, this was a couple days ago, but I'm just now getting to it.
The idea is, if in fact they get that order, they have not gotten yet, they would go to the region, most likely to a country neighboring or nearby to Israel. Now, it's all
Ooh, what's in Israel? Jerusalem. And that's what Jehoshaphat means.
also important to point out that this is a whole mix of different troops. So it includes medical troops, people who could support with medical evacuations and things, explosive ordnance, people who are, experts in explosives. But it also
expert in explosives for what? Nuclear war. Because that's what's on the brinks of popping off. World War III. And there's going to be a whole lot of explosives. And that's why the U.S. troops are being deployed. They're experts on explosions because that's what's going to be popping off while they're there. As a matter of fact, it's happening as we speak. So this is all prophetic. And let's get what's going to happen when they get deployed, which they already are. Let's go to Isaiah 13. And let's start it off at verse 13. Therefore, I, which is the Heavenly Father speaking through the prophet Isaiah, will shake the heavens. And this is not speaking about the skies. The sky can't shake. But guess whose heaven's going to get shaken up with these nuclear missiles? By the way of World War III, Esau's heavens. This beast system, this dragon is getting ready to be broken up. America, NATO, the EU. Matter of fact, NATO and the EU, they're going to turn against the whore. It's prophetic. And shoot missiles on her. And the earth shall remove out of her place. Showing you where that heaven is going to shake here upon this earth. Esau's rulership, his kingdom. And the wrath of the Lord of hosts in the day of his fierce anger. The Lord is pissed off. Not only with what you did to his only begotten son, Yahushua, but also to what you did to his chosen people. Judah and Jerusalem, the 12 tribes, and also his land. Matter of fact, the whole entire earth, Esau has defiled and fucked it up. So the Heavenly Father is getting ready to show him his fierce anger. Verse 14, and it shall be as the chase roe. Who is it shall be? The Edomites and everyone who's joined unto them. All the ones who have joined his military, you're going to be like the chased roe. What is a roe? A deer. What does Esau like to hunt? Deer. But he's going to be that deer here coming soon. Hunted, chased. And as a sheep that no man taketh up. Nobody's going to feel bad for him. Because guess what Esau has done? Spoiled and fucked up many different nations. And guess what they're doing? Gathering allies to do the same thing unto him. And nobody's going to feel bad. They shall every man turn to his own people. The Arabs, they're calling for a day of jihad. Action. Invasion. They're calling for attacks here in America's soil. And flee everyone into his own land. All of these heathen nations are going Dodge. They're getting the hell out of Dodge, matter of fact. Getting out of America because they see this place ripe for judgment. Wars on its souls, man. Military age men have been coming in by the bus loads, the train loads, the plane loads, right? Which are these refugees, which are military age agents. Deployed, ready for what? War, for the siege. Verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Everyone who is found what? Holding Esau's coattail. Trying to receive that American dream when in reality it has been a goddamn nightmare. And the Lord is getting ready to end that nightmare. The day is at hand, which is Yahushua, the kingdom of heaven. And everyone that is found still trusting into this American system, you're going to be thrust through. Thrust through what? With what? The nuclear missiles. And everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. What is the modern day sword? Those nuclear missiles. The Lord said he's going to make his arrows and sword drunk with blood. Verse 16, their children, the Edomites, also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. What's going to do that? Those nuclear missiles, like Lot's wife. She turned into what? A pillar of salt. She was a stubble. Their houses shall be spoiled. Remember, these refugees that have been coming over here by the train loads, the bus loads, the car loads, the bus loads, the airplane loads. They're going to spoil America, and that's already happening as we speak as well. And their wives ravished. All of you women that don't have a man of the Lord, you said them niggas ain't shit, you're going to be ravished in that day. There's not going to be any protection. There's not going to be a hedge over you. Their wives shall be ravished, these Americans. Just like what happened to Jerusalem and Judah, that recompense is getting ready to come tenfold. Verse 17, and by who? Behold, I will stir up the Medes. Who's in that land? The Medo-Persians, the Russians, against them. So why are they getting close to Gaza, or not Gaza? Why are they going over there to give Israel aid against Gaza? To get closer to Iran. And guess who's backing Iran? The Medes, the Russians. And that's who the Lord's going to stir up. Which shall not regard silver. They don't give a damn about your money, your riches. And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. They don't give a damn about that. They want vengeance. And they're going to have the spirit of the Lord, that anger, fierce anger upon them. Verse 18, their bows, which is those missiles, also shall dash the young man to pieces. The young men, who are those? The 2,000 U.S. troops told to prepare for potential deployment to the Middle East, and so forth and so on. The ones who go behind them. That's in the U.S. military. They're going to be dashed into pieces. Thus saith the Lord. Not my words, but what the scriptures say. Their bows also shall dash the young man to pieces, and they shall have no pity. They're not going to have any mercy on the fruit of the womb, just like you did to the Israelites. Esau, you didn't care about the old or the young. You was ripping little babies out of the pregnant women's wombs. Their eyes shall not spare children. They don't give a damn about toddlers. Young men, no. They're going to be, not spared. Verse 19, and Babylon, that's who Isaiah is speaking about right now. And who is the modern day Babylonians? The goddamn US of A. The modern day witches and warlocks. Those are the Chaldees here today. And this place is known as Babylon the Great. It did greater wickedness than ancient Babylon did. The glory of kingdoms. Where is everybody fleeing to? All the refugees, because they think this place is paved with streets of gold. But in reality, it's built like a goddamn cave. The beauty of the Chaldees, the modern day witches and warlocks, these Americans, excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You see, he's comparing the judgment that he did to Sodom and Gomorrah to ancient Babylon. Because ancient Babylon didn't go out by fire. And that's how America is getting ready to go out by thermonuclear fire. World War III. And let's get one more. And we'll finish off this video. Matter of fact, let's finish off the video clip and we'll close out with this last precept.
Also will include sort of your classic infantry troops. So a whole mix of individuals here. Now, I also have to point out, yes, no orders. Yes, at this point, they would not go to Israel. But the officials who we're speaking with are not ruling out the possibility that ultimately some of them actually could go to Israel to support the IDF. Again, though, the caveat is it's not to support with kinetic operations. It would be to support things like the explosive experts could help with if the IDF is, let's say that they're just busy with a ground offensive in Gaza, they could be helping back in Israel with other support. So again, I know this is confusing. This is because it's not very clear what these troops, when they might go or what they specifically would be doing, but they are on a short leash to potentially deploy.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
There you go. And let's close out with Psalms 137 and show you who's synonymous with Babylon. Psalms 137 and verse 7. Remember, O Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the children of Edom, the Edomites. And you get the etymology of Edom. It means what? Red. Which is the identifier or indicator of who the damn devil is the Bible speaks of. These Edomites are. That's the mark that he put upon Cain for doing what? Slaying his younger brother Abel. So therefore he took Esau's melanin, his pigment. That was that mark of leprosy that he put upon Cain, that came back in the reincarnation as Esau. And Edom is Esau. That's his progenitors, his children, his offspring. The so-called Caucasian race, or white people. So remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. Where are these U.S. troops being deployed to? Jerusalem. Jehoshaphat, Yahweh over there in the Middle East, who said, race it, even to the foundation, which was our temple, that they burnt the fuck down back in 70 AD, that they also got to pay for. Remember, they parted the Lord's land. Verse 8, O daughter, not exactly Babylon, but O daughter of Babylon. Your daughter does what? She comes after you. And that's America, that came out of what? Great Britain, which is modern day Babylon, the great, who art to be destroyed. How is this place going to be destroyed? With thermonuclear fire. And that's what the Lord's preparing over there in the Middle East. Jehoshaphat, happy shall he be that rewarded thee. Oh yeah, there's a reward for the righteous, and also there's a reward for the wicked. Destruction. Thee as thou hast served us. Who is us? The children of Israel. Verse 9, happy shall he be that take it and dash it, thy little ones, against the stones. What is those modern day stones that the Lord is getting ready to rain down like fire and brimstone back in Sodom and Gomorrah? The nuclear missiles that your little ones are going to be dashed against those stones, just like our children was. So with that, Israel, 2,000 U.S. troops told to prepare for potential deployment to the Middle East. Call Haloyim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. And it's on to the next one.